Chosen one, what if I told you that someone cast a dark spell to hold you back? But guess what? It failed. You need to hear this now. There was a time when unseen forces wove a web around your life, a net designed to shackle your potential and keep you under their control. They thought that by binding you with spiritual chains, they could keep you weak, lost, and disconnected from the power that was rightfully yours. Yet, in a defiant surge of divine energy, you shattered that dark spell, and now they tremble in fear at the thought of your unleashed strength. For years, dark forces had conspired to suppress chosen ones like you, enforcing limits and casting shadows over your true potential. You have felt the weight of these invisible chains, the pressure of control that sought to keep you docile and compliant. But something has shifted, and the enemy no longer holds sway over your destiny. The chains have been shattered, and the spell that once confined you now lies in ruins. In this video, we will reveal the hidden methods they use to keep you under control, the unmistakable signs that prove your spiritual bondage is broken, and what happens next now that your power is free. If you resonate with this message, please like and comment 77. Stay tuned, because the revelations ahead are not just about reclaiming your power. They are about igniting a revolution that will make them regret ever trying to silence you. The hidden chains that held you back. Throughout your life, there's been an ever-present murmur deep within, a subtle reminder that something is amiss, a feeling that you are not entirely free, even when you believe you are. In the quiet moments when the world seems too heavy and your heart beats in tune with loneliness, you may have sensed an invisible force weighing you down. It is as if an unseen presence has woven a delicate yet unyielding net around you, one that whispers of your limitations and shadows the radiance of your true potential. Even when you try to dismiss these sensations as mere figments of a weary mind, the persistent echo of doubt remains, a reminder that you are not as free as you ought to be. This feeling of constraint is not a product of fate or chance. It is a handiwork of those who have long sought to keep your spirit subdued. In every moment of hesitation or self-doubt, the hidden chains that bind you make themselves known, a silent testament to the power that they once wielded over you. Yet, as you listen to that inner call and acknowledge your struggles, remember that you are not alone in this journey. Many have walked this path of shadow and light, and in the midst of your isolation, there is a shared understanding that the weight you bear is significant. And the call to break free is not just yours, but a universal summons to reclaim what is rightfully yours. The struggle you have endured is deeply personal, yet its origins lie in a web of external manipulation that has, for generations, sought to undermine the brilliance of souls like yours. There have been countless moments when you felt the sting of rejection, the bitterness of harsh words, and the despair of being told that your dreams were too lofty, your aspirations too grand. These experiences are not isolated incidents, but part of a larger, orchestrated design meant to diminish your spirit and keep you in a state of perpetual inadequacy. Imagine the times when you doubted your own worth because society, in its relentless pursuit of conformity, made you believe that you were meant to fit into a narrow mold. The emotional toll of feeling perpetually small and insignificant is immense. Every discouraging word and every act of subtle undermining has chipped away at your confidence, making you question whether you truly deserve to shine. In those moments of vulnerability, it seems as though the world conspires to keep you confined, wrapping you in a cloak of despair that stifles your potential. This emotional weight is not a mere burden. It is the very mechanism by which those in control have maintained their grip on power, ensuring that the light of the chosen ones remains dim and unnoticed, a silent testimony to the oppressive force that has sought to keep you small. Yet, amid the darkness of these trials, there is a profound and deliberate preparation at work, a sacred process designed to mold you into a warrior capable of breaking these invisible bonds. Ancient wisdom, often hidden in the margins of canonical texts, reveals that your struggle is not a random affliction, but a part of a divine blueprint meant to refine your inner strength. The Book of Enoch, a text shrouded in mystery and lesser known by many, speaks of spiritual forces that conspire to bind those destined for greatness, only to have their chains shattered when a divine spark within them ignites. In these obscure passages, the narrative is clear. The forces that seek to limit you have done so with calculated intent, believing that by inflicting doubt and despair, they could permanently shackle your potential. But these texts also carry a message of hope and transformation, one that tells of a day when the light within you will burst forth, dispelling the darkness that has long oppressed you. Like a refined piece of metal hammered into shape through fire and pressure, you are being prepared for a moment of liberation that has been foretold since time immemorial. This divine preparation is not an act of cruelty, but of cosmic justice, a process that transforms every moment of suffering into the raw material of your eventual emancipation. As you begin to recognize the subtle signs that the hidden chains are loosening their grip, the world around you starts to shift in ways that are both miraculous and deeply personal. There are moments when the oppressive silence that once surrounded you gives way to an inexplicable calm, when the air itself seems to vibrate with the promise of change. You may notice that the very environment, once hostile and unyielding, begins to respond to the burgeoning power within you. Opportunities that were previously obscured by self-doubt now appear as clear paths leading to growth and renewal. Relationships that once echoed with criticism and control transform into sources of genuine support and understanding. Internally, you experience a profound shift. A surge of confidence replaces the old, familiar anxiety, and a clarity of purpose takes root where confusion once reigned. This transformation is not coincidental. It is a result of divine intervention actively orchestrating events in your favor. The universe is aligning to signal that the time has come for you to reclaim your power. Every subtle change, from a momentary pause in the chaos to the unexpected kindness of a stranger, serves as a reminder that the forces which once sought to suppress you are now losing their grip. Your journey toward liberation is marked by these tangible signs, a powerful testament to the truth that the light within you is growing too fierce for darkness to contain. In the midst of these profound changes, the reality of your situation becomes unmistakable. You are no longer the person who allowed external forces to define your limits. Instead, you have become the architect of your destiny, the master of a power that was once kept hidden by those who feared it. The transformation you are experiencing is both a personal victory and a rebuke to the forces that sought to control you. Every moment of struggle, every instance of doubt, has culminated in this turning point where you now stand on the precipice of a new beginning. The invisible chains that once confined you are beginning to break, their remnants scattered like ashes in the wake of your rising spirit. In this era of awakening, you can feel the shift in the cosmos, a clear signal that you are reclaiming what was always yours. The divine energy within you is surging with renewed vigor, emboldening you to cast aside constraints that were imposed upon you by a manipulative world. This is not merely an internal change, but a cosmic realignment, one that challenges the very foundations of control that once stifled your growth. It is in these moments of clear, undeniable transformation that you come to understand the full extent of your liberation, a liberation that reverberates through every aspect of your being and the universe at large. Now, as you stand at the threshold of this profound awakening, it is time to embrace the truth that has been whispered to you all along. You are meant for greatness, and nothing can hold you back any longer. The weight of those hidden chains, the burden of doubt and suppression, is slowly but surely lifting, revealing the radiant potential that has always resided within you. In the face of a world that once tried to keep you small, you are emerging as a beacon of resilience and strength, a living testament to the transformative power of divine intervention. This is your moment to shine, to break free from the shadows of manipulation, and step boldly into the light of your true purpose. The journey of liberation that you've been on is far from over. It is only just beginning. And with every step you take, you become a symbol of hope and empowerment for others who have also felt the oppressive weight of unseen forces. Your story is not one of victimhood, but a triumphant resurgence, a narrative of defiance against those who try to keep you confined. Comment, chains, if you have ever sensed a heavy weight of unseen forces trying to limit your destiny, and join this growing chorus of voices that refuse to be silenced any longer. Signs that the spell has been broken. Throughout your journey, there has been an undercurrent, a subtle, persistent reminder that you were never meant to live in the shadows of doubt and despair. In your quietest moments, when the weight of the world pressed upon your soul, and every heartbeat echoed with uncertainty, you sensed that something was deeply amiss. You have felt a constant pull, a whisper of a promise that you were destined for more than the chains that bound you. Even in the midst of turmoil and relentless adversity, you held on to the hope that you were not alone. That hope was a fragile light, flickering against the darkness imposed by those who wished to see you remain subdued and insignificant. They try to shroud your potential in an impenetrable gloom, constructing invisible barriers designed to keep you confined to a predetermined fate. Yet, in that moment of silent desperation, the promise of liberation was already stirring, a call to awaken and reclaim the freedom that is inherently yours. The sensation of being trapped, though painful, was never meant to be permanent. It was a precursor to profound transformation that awaited you, a sign that the oppressive spell was beginning to crumble. You were being prepared, even if you did not yet understand the magnitude of the forces at work, and you were never truly alone in that struggle. The heavy burden you carried was not simply a product of fate or circumstance. It was a deliberate result of an insidious design. Throughout your life, you encounter moments that left you questioning your own worth, where every setback felt orchestrated to keep you small. The subtle manipulations, whispers of discouragement, the constant undermining of your dreams, and the calculated dismissal of your inner voice were all part of a grander scheme. Those who held power over you used these tactics to enforce a cycle of dependency and despair, making you believe that your struggles were uniquely yours to bear. You remember the times when your ideas were dismissed as fanciful or your ambitions labeled as delusions, when you felt as if an invisible hand was clutching at your spirit, ensuring you would never rise above mediocrity. These experiences left scars that went deeper than physical wounds. They infiltrated your very essence, making you doubt the light within you. The emotional weight of those moments can still be felt, a profound loneliness, a sense of isolation, and a constant battle against an inner critic that was not your own, but implanted by those who sought to control you. Every discouraging word, every act of subtle sabotage, was a reminder that they wanted you to feel trapped and powerless, an idea they clung to as a means of maintaining their grip on your destiny. Yet, as harsh as these trials were, they were not without divine purpose. In the ancient and obscure texts of the past, there is wisdom that speaks to the transformative power of suffering, a process of divine preparation meant to forge resilience and ignite the spark of true freedom. The Book of Enoch, often overlooked by mainstream scholars, tells of spiritual forces that sought to bind the hearts and minds of those destined for greatness, only to have their chains shattered when the divine spark within them blazed forth. Similarly, in the writings of Zephaniah, there is a passage that illustrates how the oppressive darkness that seeks to subdue the spirit is but a temporary measure, a test designed to refine and empower the chosen. These lesser-known biblical references reveal that every moment of suppression, every shadow cast over your potential, was part of a divine strategy to prepare you for a moment of transcendence. The hardships imposed on you were not arbitrary. They were the very crucible in which your strength was being tempered. As you endured these trials, you were being ready for an eventual emergence, a liberation that would not only break the spell cast over you, but would also illuminate the path for others still ensnared in darkness. This divine orchestration was always at work behind the scenes, shaping your journey into one of profound significance and purpose. As the oppressive spell begins to wane, you start to notice subtle yet undeniable signs that signal a turning point in your life. Moments of quiet clarity replace the constant haze of confusion, and the oppressive silence that once enveloped you is now punctuated by an invigorating call to freedom. You may experience instances when the tumult of daily life suddenly pauses, when storms seem to still and the chaotic energies of the world retreat in the presence of your emerging light. There are times when relationships shift unexpectedly, and opportunities appear with clarity that you had long thought impossible. These changes are not mere coincidences. They are the visible manifestations of divine intervention that is actively realigning the course of your destiny. With every shift in the environment and every quiet moment of internal peace, you sense that the forces which once held you captive are recoiling in fear, unable to withstand the brilliance of your renewed spirit. The transformation is both external and internal, a reawakening that fills you with a sense of confidence, purpose, and empowerment. It is as though the universe itself is conspiring to affirm that the dark spell is crumbling, that the control exerted by those who sought to diminish you is disintegrating before your very eyes. This is your awakening, a moment when the call to reclaim your freedom is heard not just in your heart, but in the very fabric of existence, reminding you that you are meant to shine and that no force can permanently bind your spirit. In this critical juncture of transformation, you begin to realize that the process of liberation is not only a personal victory, but a cosmic turning point that challenges the very structures of control imposed upon you. The signs that the spell has been broken are now manifesting in every corner of your existence, from the way you perceive your own potential to the responses you receive from the world around you. The once oppressive energy is giving way to an undeniable current of change, a surge of hope that sweeps through your life with the force of a tidal wave. You may find that places and people that once stifled your spirit now seem to recede, making way for new beginnings and fresh opportunities that align with your higher purpose. Every moment of clarity, every instance of unexplainable calm is a testament to the divine energy that has been working tirelessly behind the scenes to set you free. The darkness, once a looming specter that dictated your every move, is now impotent against the radiance of your inner light. This transformation is not fleeting. It is a profound shift that redefines your relationship with the world and the unseen forces that govern it. You are now the master of your destiny, empowered by the knowledge that the spell that once held you captive has been irrevocably broken. The divine intervention that has guided you to this point is a clear sign that you are on the right path, a path marked by renewal, empowerment, and an unwavering commitment to your true self. Now, as you stand on the threshold of a new era, the call to embrace your freedom resonates louder than ever. Every trial you have faced and every chain that once bound you now serves as a reminder of the journey you have overcome. The oppressive forces that try to keep you confined have lost their power, and in their place rises an unstoppable energy, a divine force that propels you toward a future filled with infinite possibility. The unmistakable signs of transformation in your life are the culmination of countless moments of resistance and renewal, of battles fought in the silence of your soul, and victories won against the forces that sought to dim your light. It is a powerful reminder that the moment of liberation you have long awaited is not only real, but also ripe with potential to redefine your entire existence. The energy that now courses through you is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a force that stands as a bulwark against any attempt to subdue your brilliance. You are no longer at the mercy of those who once manipulated your destiny. You have risen, and your inner light now shines with an intensity that can transform the world. This is your moment to reclaim your truth, to celebrate the undeniable victory over the dark spell that was cast upon you, and step boldly into freedom that is your birthright. Comment freedom if this resonates with you. Now that you have witnessed the crumbling of the spell and the visible signs of your newfound freedom, the journey into understanding the full scope of your power has only just begun. The revelations ahead will expose the true nature of those who tried to control you and the dark intentions that fueled their schemes. The forces that once manipulated you are now scrambling to conceal the truth, and it is time for you to reclaim the narrative of your own destiny. Stay with us as we unravel the hidden agendas behind their actions and reveal how the control was never as absolute as they believed. Please subscribe, share this video, and click the super thanks button to support our mission in shedding light on these long-held secrets and empowering every chosen one to step into their rightful place. Why they tried to control you. There are moments when you find yourself questioning the very fabric of your existence, feeling as if an unseen hand has been tugging at the strings of your destiny. In the quiet solitude of your heart, you may have experienced a profound sense of isolation, a heavy burden that whispers you are somehow lesser, that your unique brilliance is too dangerous for the world. You are not alone in these moments of uncertainty. Many have felt that chill of being restrained, their true potential dimmed by forces beyond their control. It is as if a dark cloud of manipulation has hovered over your life, seeking to extinguish the radiant light that burns within you. Even when you try to rise above the noise of self-doubt, a lingering question remains. Why do these forces persist and try and keep you confined? This question echoes in the depths of your soul, urging you to confront the reality that your path to freedom has been obstructed by those who fear your awakening. The significance of this inquiry cannot be understated, for it holds the key to understanding the deeper purpose behind your struggles and the hidden battles that have raged behind the scenes. The struggle you have endured is not a solitary skirmish, but a relentless campaign waged by those who have long sought to subdue your spirit. You have felt in the quiet dismissal of your ideas, in the subtle undermining of your dreams, and in the cold stares that met your bold attempts to break free from the confines of a predetermined fate. Each discouraging word and every calculated act of suppression has left a mark on your heart, reinforcing a narrative that you were not meant to shine brightly. It is an emotional weight that presses down on you day after day, a weight so heavy that it seems designed to crush the very essence of who you are. In school, at work, in your personal relationships, you may have sensed that the world around you was built to contain your brilliance rather than celebrate it. The people who surrounded you, knowingly or unknowingly, contributed to a culture of fear and compliance, insisting that you conform to norms that stifled your true nature. This battle against an invisible enemy is not just an external conflict, but an internal war, one where every moment of pain and rejection is a stark reminder of the forces determined to keep your potential locked away. The struggle is real and palpable, echoing in every setback and every whispered doubt that tries to convince you that your light must remain dimmed. Yet, this very struggle was never meant to break you. It was designed to prepare you for a higher purpose, a divine mission that could only be realized through the fires of adversity. In the forgotten passages of the scriptures, particularly within the lesser-known verses of Habakkuk, there is a profound message that speaks directly to those who have been oppressed by unseen forces. Habakkuk, a prophet whose voice was often drowned out by the clamor of a corrupt world, questioned the very nature of injustice and suppression. His words reveal that when divine energy is stifled by the chains of fear and manipulation, it is not a sign of weakness, but a precursor to an inevitable, transformative uprising. This ancient wisdom teaches us that the attempts to control you are not random acts of malice. They are a calculated effort by those in power to preserve their own dominion over a liberated soul. Comment truth if this resonates with you. If you have ever experienced that powerful moment of awakening when the veil of suppression lifted and you saw clearly the immense potential within, what happens now that you are free? In this very moment, as you stand on the threshold of liberation, you can feel the oppressive weight of a dark spell lifting from your shoulders. A burden that once seemed inescapable is now beginning to dissolve into the light. Perhaps you have felt, in the quiet corners of your mind, that there was always something holding you back, a force that tethered your spirit to a life of limitations and despair. Today, as you awaken to the truth of your freedom, a new era unfurls before you, one in which the forces of darkness are forced to reckon with the strength of a liberated soul. You may have questioned whether this transformation was possible, doubting that the chains of control could ever be truly broken. Rest assured, you are not alone in your journey. Countless souls have stood where you stand now, feeling the tremors of change and the promise of a future unbound by fear. The significance of this moment cannot be overstated. It is the dawn of a powerful revolution that not only transforms your life, but also challenges the very foundation of the oppressive forces that once sought to diminish your light. Before this transformative liberation, your life was a battleground where the dark forces of control waged a silent war against your true potential. There were days when every step you took felt burdened by an unseen weight, every breath shadowed by the remnants of a spell meant to keep you confined. You experienced moments of intense isolation and despair, where the world around you seemed to echo with the whispers of doubt and self-limitation. Perhaps you recall times when opportunities slipped through your fingers, not because you lacked the strength to grasp them, but because an invisible hand was working tirelessly to keep you subdued. The emotional toll of that unyielding suppression is immeasurable, a constant reminder of a past where your true worth was obscured by the lies of those who wished to maintain their control. In every rejection, every setback, and every instance where you felt small in the presence of a vast, unkind world, there was a calculated effort to keep your light dimmed and your power locked away. These experiences, painful as they were, served as both the catalyst and the crucible for the eventual shattering of the dark spell that once held you captive. Yet, every ounce of that struggle was not without purpose. It was, in fact, a divine preparation for the moment when your freedom would emerge as a beacon of transformation. Ancient wisdom, hidden within the pages of lesser-known prophetic texts, speaks of a time when the oppressed would rise and reclaim their destiny through the fires of adversity. The fragments of Zephaniah, seldom cited yet profound in their message, remind us that when the weight of suppression becomes unbearable, it is merely the prelude to an extraordinary metamorphosis. Zephaniah's words, echoing through time, tell a tale of people prepared for rebirth, a rebirth that comes only after the dismantling of the spiritual chains imposed by corrupt forces. His prophetic vision reveals that the hardships you have faced were not random acts of cruelty, but deliberate strokes in a divine design to forge you into a warrior of light. The dark energies that once sought to subdue your spirit were, in truth, the very forces that refined you, setting the stage for an awakening that would shatter the bonds of control once and for all. This sacred process, though harsh and seemingly insurmountable at times, has been your crucible. A transformative journey designed to prepare you for the unstoppable surge of freedom that now beckons. How to step into your full power. There comes a moment when you feel a stirring deep within, a quiet yet insistent call that beckons you to step beyond the shadows of your past and embrace a future defined by your own strength. In the midst of your everyday battles, when doubt and fear seem to conspire against your dreams, you felt that undeniable pull urging you to reclaim what is inherently yours. You might have experienced nights when the silence of your heart echoed with questions about your worth and the purpose of your struggle, or days when you questioned whether the weight of oppression would ever lift. But in these moments of vulnerability, know that you are not alone. Across time and space, countless souls have stood at the precipice of transformation, each burdened by similar doubts and insecurities, yet driven by an inner fire that refused to be snuffed out. This stirring is a prelude to your greatest metamorphosis, a reminder that every trial you face is part of a larger, cosmic narrative designed to bring forth your full potential. In this defining moment, the call to step into your full power is not just an abstract idea. It is a concrete invitation to become the leader, the visionary, and the warrior you were always meant to be. For many years, you have struggled against forces that sought to keep you confined in a narrow space, where your light could be easily dimmed and your true capabilities overlooked. The obstacles you faced were not merely circumstantial. They were deliberate acts of suppression engineered to stifle your natural brilliance. Think back to the moments when your ideas were dismissed as unrealistic, when the people around you, whether intentionally or not, imposed limitations that made you question the scope of your dreams. Every criticism, every moment of rejection, was like a shackle designed to bind you, creating an emotional landscape steeped in self-doubt and isolation. You may have felt that your efforts to rise above these constraints were met with a relentless barrage of negativity, leaving you with a sense of resignation and despair. Such struggles are deeply personal. They leave scars that mark your inner being and can make the journey to self-empowerment seem nearly impossible. Yet, the weight of these trials also serves as a crucible, refining your spirit and forging the inner resilience required to break free from the chains of external control. In the midst of these arduous trials, there is a hidden layer of divine preparation at work, a process as old as time itself that has been meticulously unfolding to shape you into a force to be reckoned with. Ancient scriptures, often whispered about in the margins of mainstream religious texts, reveal that those who face relentless oppression are destined for greatness. For instance, the lesser-known passages in the writings of Habakkuk speak not only of enduring hardship, but of the transformative power that emerges when one confronts overwhelming darkness. Habakkuk's contemplative dialogues with the divine underscore the notion that every moment of suppression is, in fact, a sacred test, a deliberate measure intended to fortify your spirit and prepare you for the monumental task of reclaiming your power. Similarly, the prophetic insights found in the writings of Amos and Zephaniah offer glimpses of a time when the oppressed, having borne the weight of injustice, would rise in rebellion against the forces that sought to keep them subdued. These ancient narratives remind you that the struggles you have faced were never random. They were part of a grand design to awaken the dormant strength within you, setting the stage for your ultimate ascension into a life of empowered leadership. As the dark veil of suppression begins to lift, tangible signs of transformation start to emerge in every facet of your life, signaling that the time has come for you to embrace your true power. You may begin to notice subtle yet profound shifts, a renewed sense of purpose replacing old doubts, unexpected opportunities materializing where once there were none, and relationships evolving to reflect the vibrant energy of your awakened spirit. These external changes are mirrored by an inner revolution. The self-doubt that once clouded your mind is giving way to clarity and confidence, and a deep, abiding peace takes root where turmoil once reigned. It is as if the universe itself has realigned its energies in your favor, orchestrating a series of miraculous events that affirm your destiny. In this video, we have journeyed to the hidden chains that once confined you, witnessed the undeniable signs that the dark spell has been shattered, uncovered the true reasons behind their attempts to control you, and explored the transformative future that awaits you as a free, empowered leader. Your power is not a fleeting moment, but a perpetual force, a divine right to command and transform the world around you. The darkness has lost its grip, and now it is time to step fully into your destiny, to reclaim your narrative, and to lead with strength that leaves no room for fear or doubt. If this message resonates with you, please subscribe, share, like, and comment "I am chosen."